Hello friends, welcome back to Spoonful of Green. I'm going to take you on a little tour of the tomato plants. They're in the ground and join me. Here we go. So here in my garden, I did 7 different varieties of tomatoes this year. So first we'll start out with this tomato right here. Looks long and stringy. This is the yellow pear tomato. And this tomato is said to get about 4 to 6 feet. It's an indeterminate, and it produces small fruit that are yellow. And it's a commercial heirloom. And a commercial heirloom is basically any plant that was seeds come before 1950. It's open pollinated, and hopefully it's mild and tangy like they suggest in some of the literature. The next 3 plants I have here, 1, 2, 3. These are my Amish pastes. The Amish pastes get about 4 to 6 feet. They're also indeterminate plants, and they can be reddish to oranges in color, and they are open pollinated, and they are a family heirloom seed that have been passed down through obviously families, and they're good for canning, drying, and salsa. So I'm excited about this for my pastas. The next couple of tomatoes were tomatoes that I had left over in my house that were not labeled due to the fact that I lost all my tomatoes in the freeze, and then I just had 8 tomatoes left over, and I'm hoping they're all Roma tomatoes. So if they are, they'll get about 12 to 36 inches in height. They're a determinate tomato. They're open pollinated, and they're good for salad, canning, and sauces, which I'm super excited about also. Then the next tomato I have that I'm growing is right here on the corner. This guy is my yellow oxheart tomato. It's said to get about 4 to 6 feet in height. It's an indeterminate tomato. It's heart-shaped and yellow. I grew it last year. It can get really wild if you don't prune and tame it. It's an open pollinator, and it's good for slicing for sure. I didn't can with it last year, but I did put it in some stews and made some sauces out of it, and it was very mild in flavor and really yummy. So if we go on down the line, the 4th tomato that I planted was a Rebecca Allen. This was given to me by my father. And the Rebecca Allen is an heirloom tomato. It's a pink slicer is what they called it. It's sweet to tart in flavor is what I read about it, and it's an indeterminate also. So I'm excited to experience these tomatoes. If we go over to my other garden bed, well, let me just take a picture. So that's that row. And these posts reach about 6.5 feet high. So hopefully that's tall enough for what's to come. My next bed here has 3 different varieties in it. This one here on the corner is one that I picked up at a nursery called a Berkeley tie-dye. And the Berkeley tie-dye gets 4 to 8 feet apparently, and it just looks big just looking at it. It's an indeterminate. It's green, yellow, red, orange, and gold striped. Has the name tie-dye. And you can use it for salads and slicing. And I guess it resembles a beefsteak. Bringing that to my next 6 tomatoes, which are beefsteaks. These beefsteak tomatoes can get 4 to 6 feet. These are semi-determinate. And they're open pollinators. They're good for slicing and canning and salads. I read that they're pretty disease resistant. And this is the only one I've talked about, the type of resistance it has to diseases, because I did find that on them. And the resistance they have are to nematodes, verticillium, and I'm going to say it wrong, Fusariumine wilt. So these get to be big and red, and I'm excited to put these on my sandwiches. So that's all 7 varieties that I'm growing this year. And I'm super excited to share those with you. So thanks again for joining Spoonful of Green. and have a great day. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.